Hello there, good evening, and welcome to the Kingsley Omoefe TV. I'm Kingsley Omoefe, and today we're going to continue on our series, Ask Me Anything Nollywood. This is a new series that was started last week. Um, is out of the desire for a lot of persons who are always asking questions about Nollywood. So today we're continuing their series. It's going to run for a long time actually. So welcome to the show. I'm sitting alone today. My partner is not unavoidably absent today. You might likely join us as we go. But thank you for joining me as usual. My name is Kingsley Omoefe, and today we will be discussing about some very important information about joining Nollywood. Last week we talked about how to join Nollywood. Got questions from a lot of persons in our community. We talked about shyness, challenges of becoming a star, age of joining Nollywood, and advice for upcoming stars and all the like. So thank you very much for joining us. My name is Kingsley Omoefe. Like I said, um, you can join the conversation by sending your question on the chat. You can send your questions. We'll take every questions as they go. But however, the caveat is that we don't take questions of we don't have time. We don't take questions that has to do with gossips. Who is marrying this? Who is doing that? And all that. We want to talk serious business about Nollywood. So if you're serious about Nollywood, about what we do, about the industry, this is the right place for you to come. So let's kick off today. I'm expecting my pals, my community, my kings and queens, and everybody to join in today. Uh, let me see. I'm already getting some questions already on offline, but we'll continue. So today I'll be looking at things that aspiring actors will always ask questions like, is talent enough to be a Nollywood star? Let me ask that question from my community. Is talent good enough to be a Nollywood star? Right. Is talent good enough? But if not, let's pop in the question. I want to see your question, see your comments, and so we can answer them very nice and gladly. And today, I'll be talking about if I were to start Nollywood again, or if I'm going to join the industry again today, what will I do differently? That's what I'll be looking at today. So I'm looking for you guys for your questions and for all your comments. I'm waiting for them. Um, just a moment. Let me see if we have any question offline. Not yet. Let me check this other one. Oh, not yet. Let's see. All right. Thank you very much. History is Discovery TV. It says good evening. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Of course, it's always a pleasure to have all of you to be here. I don't take it for granted. You know, I don't take it for granted at all because you have other things that you could do, but you're here. Um, Standing listening to me, and I know we bring good conversation and good stuff that you need to listen to. So history is discovery. It's good to be here. Good to have you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go straight to it. Why before I get your questions? If I was starting Nollywood today, what will I do differently? Uh, First, I will train seriously. I will go for real, proper, more trainings actually. Yes, I did a lot. I did a lot of training. I went to the Prague Film School, a short course in Prague Film School in Czech Republic. Of course, I also did with Denver, Colorado Film School, Denver, in America. I have a couple of training in Thriller School in the UK, and of course, New York Film Academy, a short training. So, but if I have my way with the result that we have today and everything that we have, I will do more training. I'll train myself more. But it doesn't mean that I'm stopping from where I am right now. I'm going to do more to get myself. more seriously in it. I actually didn't start in good time, but I'm going to start in very, very good time in training myself seriously by the industry. And I'm going to try as well to identify early enough what I want to do in this industry. Secondly, in our time when we started, there was no social media, so to speak. And but today, if I'm starting today, I will build my social media presence strongly. I'm going to build it with all the energy that I have and every tool that I have, every time that I have. I used to build my social media presence very well. Number three, what will I do presently differently, or what will I do uh, if I was starting Nollywood today again? I'll make short acting videos or do short films, as the case may be, right? Um, we usually wait for people to do production before we get ourselves in it, but today, with the kind of thing that we have, the opportunity that we have, and the access and democratization of filmmaking process, I will do short film. I'll produce a lot of short film, a lot of skits and all that, and but just to make sure that I get myself fully ready for the game ahead of me. Number four, I'll attend legitimate auditions. You know, back in those days, a lot of auditions, unlike today. Also, I think I noticed them. There are a couple of auditions, but a lot of it were not were not real auditions, so we're fake. So we're not heading anywhere, so we're just doing auditions there for the sake of it and all that. But today, they have a lot of audition places there. They have we have platform for audition and casting. Of course, we run one here, castingcall.ng on Instagram. A lot of them out there you can also attend to. You can log into and see a lot of information on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, everywhere. You know, possible on social media. There are places where you can get information about audition and casting. And I'm going to study a lot about audition and casting. So I can know the difference between these two and what I need to do. The preparation I have to prepare myself for each audition day and for each job. And when I get in audition place, how do I prepare myself? I need to prepare myself very well. It's very, very important that we do that. Number five, yeah. And number five, if I was going to start Nollywood today, um, of course, I'm going to network a lot with filmmakers. You know, network is not enough. You know, when you just sit down in one place, and I'm going to network a lot. You know, with a lot of filmmakers, a lot of actors, people in the industry, and all that. Because I initially I didn't want to really. I'm not really an outgoing person at the beginning, so it wasn't a good time. I wasn't networking a lot, but this time, if I'm going to start today again, my networking will very, very um, on point. To be tech will very, very strong. So I'm going to network with filmmakers. Um, Thank you. Let me look at my community. Thank you, History Discovery. It's a good to be here. Yeah, good to have you. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, madam. It's good to have you back. Good to be back. Thank you. I expect your questions today, and I hope I'm going to answer them very well. So let's look at for today. For those of you just joining, I'm looking at. We'll still continue the series on Ask Me Anything on Nollywood, and we'll continue from what we stopped last week. So today, I'm bringing the question home to myself that if I were to start Nollywood today, what will I do differently? For my first point, I've said today, I will train a lot, train seriously, and make sure my train point and key to the right point and the right right places where I really want the train to be. You know, I won't go do training for the professional for where I don't like. For example, I don't want to go do training as an actor when I actually want to be a director or I want to be a content person. I have to make sure that I go straight for where exactly I want to do what I want to do and make sure that my training is tailored directly to that to that particular place that I want to go. Number two, I'll build my social media presence. You know, today we have a lot of spaces on social media. We have Instagram, we have the Facebook, we have X, we have TikTok and the likes, we have Twitch and all that. I'm going to really build my social media presence. So it's very important that you that are starting off, train seriously, then of course build your social media presence. Then number three, I said I was going to make short videos, acting videos or production videos. Very important. I'm going to make those ones that I can put myself out there for people to see what I can do. Because if you stay and wait for people to discover you, it's going to be difficult. But when you do things and you put it out there, people will see them, and word of mouth will also push them and across. So it's going to be very important. It's very important that you do that. It's very, very important. Then number four, attend legitimate auditions. In fact, be sure of the kind of auditioning you're attending to. Okay, make sure that every audition that you attend has credibility. Know those or the company or the organization or the production coming behind all those this or any audition before you go. In fact, you can call people that you look up to in the industry. You can even call me to ask about a particular edition, if you want to go, if you should go or you shouldn't go to the edition. Because it's very, very important that you have that at the back of your mind. Um, Trend Music 841, thank you. Hi, good evening. Good evening to have you here. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you to be for joining us. We expect your questions, your comments. Today we're looking at how to join Nollywood. What are those questions you want to ask? If I ask anything about Nollywood, as long as it's not gossip or it's not things that's supposed to bring people down and all that, things that are very credible, things that are my business like professional, like it's strictly professional. So go ahead, ask your comment, ask your questions, make your comments. It's very important for us. We don't have a lot of time. The show is usually 30 minutes, so we are almost halfway through. So if you have your question, you can put them in. Thank you very much for joining us. So I'm moving ahead, and one of the things I'm going to do differently today, if I'm going to start Nollywood, is I'm going to network with filmmakers. The opportunities are there now. You can network with filmmakers, network with friends, actors, colleagues, and all. Network a lot. Networking. It's not enough. And then, of course, learn the business. For me, I'm going to learn the business early enough. Most of us we usually do. We like the show, more than the business. So this time I'm going to learn the business more before the show. I want to do more of the business than the show. In fact, I discovered that a little bit late in my career, but all the same, thank God for where I am today. I'm going to make sure that I network more and more with more filmmakers. So today, if I'm going to start again, I'm going to network more, and of course, I'm advising a lot of you to network with filmmakers and college people who can take you up, who can add value to your business or to your career as well. Number five, build a showreel. Build a very good showreel. Build good showreel. A lot of things that I did earlier in the industry, I don't have them anymore because then we didn't have the cloud, and we have a lot of space, gigabyte and all that, terabyte that we have today now to back up things in backup. We have very little things. I remember when we started doing editing, there was no computer was that even up. They usually either kilobyte or megabyte. We didn't have up to space up to 1 gigabyte at that point in time. It was a big deal when we had that we could do 1 gigabyte of work on system and it's not that. So today I'll build a showreel, a professional showreel, and put it out there in every space and everywhere that I know that I can get it across to filmmakers, people who can bring value, who can add value to whatever I'm doing in my business. So I look forward to having your questions. I'm looking questions, comments, um, any information that you want to do. Let's go ahead. Let me check if we have any question offline. Right. Okay. I see. Relatively says good evening. Good evening. What will I do? Okay, should I pay for auditions? No, we don't pay for auditions. Any audition that anybody that asks you to pay for auditions, but that means it's not right thing to do. Don't pay for auditions. We don't pay for auditions. Auditions are free, because everybody is doing their own bit of the value chain. So if he's doing audition, you are an actor and all that, you don't have to pay for it because he needs your service just like you need his service. Don't pay for auditions at all. Okay. How do I okay, where do I get information about audition and casting and all that? Yes, I answered it already. If you want to get space information for audition and casting, there are a lot of platform out there on Instagram that I know. You can visit our page, for example, which is called castingcalls.ng. There's a lot of information out there. Um, there's Casting Place Africa, there's Audition Alert, there's Audition NG, and all the likes. So you can visit those places and you see them as they go. Thank you very much, Ariza TV. Good evening. So as part of what I will do, okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah, we had this conversation about it last week. How you can get yourself noticed. You know, so we can look at someone. In fact, from this question I think come back from last week. But let me just run down what I have. I will just come back and just give you a bit of rundown from what we have last week. So if I were to start Nollywood today, I will of course work on small productions. There are a lot of productions out there that will help you to build your craft, help you build your person, everything that you want to become. It will help you out. Um, Work on small production skits, short drama, church drama, um, short films, everything. Just work on small productions so that you can use them to benefit yourself, to grow into the space so that people can see you out there and see what you can do. Uh, Thank you very much, Miriam Moife. Thank you for joining. Well done. Thank you. I have a bit of cold, please excuse me. Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. God bless you. So let's look at what other things I will look out for, or if I am starting today. I'll avoid scammers. Scammers everywhere. Everywhere you turn left, right, and there's a lot of scammers. So avoid scammers. Um, why would you fall into scammers when you a lot of people are desperate. So when you are desperate, you want to achieve by all means, right? You fall into the trap of scammers. So it's very important that you avoid scammers. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be desperate about what you want to do. Talk to the right people. Try to reach out to the right people. How do you get to somebody asks a question? How do you meet the right people? How do you where do you know how do you know that these are the right people? How do you meet them? I've always said before that if you want to meet people in the industry, want to network, go to film festivals, go to film awards, go to industry events, master classes, conference, and all. You're going to meet people there. You can talk, they can exchange numbers, you can reach out to them. So those are places where you can meet credible people who are not scammers. They can even recommend you. And by all means, try as much as possible to get someone to mentor you as a filmmaker, right? Reach out to somebody, tell the person you want the person to mentor, you want to be a mentee, you want the person to guide you through and all that. I know Peter Manboy have a mentee group, and a couple of other persons like that where you can sign up with him. It's not charging money, just want to miss and just reach out to him and be part of his community. Then he can help you out, make you understand how to get to people who do know how to do the right thing, how you can reach out to them and all that. So it's very important that you avoid scammers and being scammed. And of course, be patient. Initially, yes, because production were quite few then. A lot of us were all in a hurry, but if I'm going to do things differently now, I'm going to be very, very patient. Don't be in a hurry to achieve. Don't be in a hurry to go do things and all that. So it's very important that you do that. So I'm going to say to you, as a newcomer or a newbie or somebody who want to join Hollywood, your first goal shouldn't be to become a star. Your first goal should be to be the industry, someone better, someone that the industry wants. Don't set out to say I want to be a star. No, set out to be the best that you can give, best that you can be, so that the industry, someone that people in the industry want to work with, is very, very important. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll take your questions. Now, if you have questions, you can post them in. It's very, very important that we have. I don't want it to be a monologue. I don't want it to be a one-way conversation. Send me your questions. as we round up, this like I said, this show is supposed to last for just 30 minutes. About 20 minutes gone right now. So you should have like 10 minutes or thereabout to send your questions in and enjoy the conversation. Thank you very much. So while we are taking, while I wait for your questions, let me just go. I noticed a lot of questions came in from people out who watched later on offline. So I just want to just look at some of those things that we looked at last week. Thank you very much. Don't worry, it's a great insight, sir. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. So from aspiring actors to Nollywood star, what nobody tells you. So let's look at some of those things that you could structure with, so you can some of those realities that you should understand as a round up quickly. Um, how do you enter into Nollywood? Right? It's always the question. How do you actually enter into Nollywood? One, auditions, two, trainings, three, networking, four, social media, and of course creating your opportunities. I'll emphasize them, I'll explain them over and over again. So these are some of the key elements that you need to put into consideration where you want to enter or join Nollywood, as the case may be. In any way you want to ask the question. So number two from last week, up from the one I got on offline, saying, what if you are shy and lack of confidence? What if you're shy and lack confidence? How to overcome stage fright. You need to see how you can overcome stage fright, like we talked about last week. If you have all these other things, like you're well trained, you go for auditions, you have networking, and you speak to your director, who they're working with, will help you to overcome your stage fright. If you have issues with stage fright, talk to people around you. Talk to producers, talk to directors, talk to them. Let's see what you're facing, what you're going through, anything you're going through, and all that. It's very, very important. Thank you very much. But you see, networking is very, very important in this industry and even in life in general. It's very important that you network yourself, have yourself networked, if there's a word like that. But networking is very, very important. Why talented actors don't always become star? Wow, that's a very tough one. Well, before I go on about the lack of confidence things, most of the time anxiety builds when you are doing auditions or you're doing casting and all that. Speak to your colleagues, speak to your friend. When you're properly ready, you're very ready for any situation. You won't have that issue of lack of confidence. But you can work on those ones on yourself by building this confidence yourself, by looking at yourself on the mirror and look at how you can what you can do to make things better for yourself. So it's very, very important. So build your confidence. So the big question is, why talented actors don't always become stars? Well, there's always two sides to the coin. There's talent and there's opportunity. So most of us have the talent, but we don't have the opportunity. So it's for us to be able to marry two together, marry your talent with opportunities. If you can marry them, to go a long way for you to become a very, very not just a star, but of course, somebody relevant in this industry. Build visibility, very important. Build visibility. That, like I said, you have social media, you have different platforms that you can use to video. Let people see you. If people don't see you, they won't call you for anything. So you must make yourself available for people to see what you do, and they can take it from there. So make sure you are available and create visibility. Attend film festival, attend business industry event, let people see you, introduce yourself to colleagues, to filmmakers, to directors, to producers, introduce yourself. One of the reasons why actors don't always become stars is discipline. A lot of them lack discipline. So that is not, I cannot emphasize discipline. Please discipline yourself. A lot of us are not disciplined in this industry. It's not about discipline, about just one-sided, but everything, timing, the way you deal with people, your relationship with others, how you work on yourself, how you treat the production and all that. So this is very, very important. You must make sure you are disciplined. A lot of our guys are not disciplined, so it's always difficult for them to grow from the level that they are. Now consistent. Some they are not consistent. They are just always one on and off. You see them this time, you don't see them again. So they tell you they're tired or they're doing some other job somewhere. they have on that hustle and all that. So you have to be consistent. Even if you're doing on that side also, please make sure you are consistent. Let people see you. Even if you're not doing all the big jobs all the time, make sure that you are always available. People are seeing you at intervals. Like I said, do short films, do skit if you can, just to put yourself out there, right? It's very important. And make sure that you go attend seminars, conversations, film festivals, and all that. Then professionalism, a lot of them, like I said, they're not professional at all. They just see the job as a hobby. This is not a hobby, it's a full-time job. So you must take it as such and treat it as such. Think as someone that's working in a very big organization. How will you do? How you wake up very early to go to work and make sure that you get there in good time. Make sure you're well dressed, you do your things well, you're well cultured, well mannered, and everything. So you must treat the business as such. Be a good professional and make sure you do the right thing at the right time. It's very important. Thank you very much. I hope I'm able to answer for those questions. Do you have any questions on the online from the community? Offline, I'll check if we have any information. Anybody? We'll round up shortly. At 6:30, we're done, so we're almost about less than 5 minutes to go. Uh, okay, so someone asking, how do you get noticed? How do you get noticed? Yeah, your appearance is one. Your acting ability, your social media presence, your personal brand, of course, do a show reel, and your relationship within the industry is very important. So these are some of the things that will get you noticed within the industry. Um, okay, says the big mistake young actors make. Yeah, well, this has some mistakes. I mentioned them before, but let me just say one major mistake that actors make. Most of them, they're often interested in being famous than being good. So focus on being good than being famous. Um, some of us want to become stars overnight without even putting the work. So you must make sure that you focus on being good than being famous. I'll stop here. So if we have any questions from the community, please go ahead. I'll take them now. Thank you very much. It's very important that we get this thing done. Um, Let me check if we have more questions. Okay, I think I've answered. I've answered that. Mm. Is talent enough to become a Nollywood star? History is Discovery TV. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the other insights. It's a pleasure. This is why we're here, to make sure you have good information and good insight about the industry. So let me take this final question as we round up quickly. Is talent enough to become a Nollywood star? Of course, yes. Talent will always win, right? Then two, I can say no. Connections are much more important. Or you need both talent and connections, right? Or four, you can see neither visibility and branding are more important. So basically, talent is very important. But when you add talent to visibility, to networking, to your connections, and your personal branding, everything will make you one good product, one good brand that people will not avoid. So it's very important that you work on all this and make sure that you come out good and in flying colors. I won't stop here today. Thank you very much for joining me in the conversation with Kingsley Omoefe. Today we talked about continue the session on Ask Me Anything Nollywood, and we talked about how you can join Nollywood and other conversations and errors that you can make. And I also basically talked about myself today. The question being that if I want to start all over today in Nollywood, to this Nollywood, what are the things I'm going to do, which I've outlined. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next week. Thank you, History Discovery. Thank you, Anthony Worry. Thank you, Mary Omoefe. Thank you, Arosa TV. Trend Music, thank you very much. Uyai, thank you very much. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless you. See you next week as a roundup. God bless you. A big shout out to every one of you. Please subscribe to my channel, the Kingsley Omoefe TV on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, also subscribe to my channel on Twitch. It's called the Kingsley Omoefe TV across all platforms. Thank you very much. A big thank you to my big brother, my colleague, my partner, Peter Manboyo is not available at this moment, but he will join us hopefully next week. And I hope to bring more industry personalities to join us. Thank you very much, and God bless you. See you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.